Okay, this set of tutorials is going to show you how to work your way through this Pathfinder exercise that I created step by step, and by so doing you'll know Illustrator a little bit better. Okay, the first thing you should know is that by holding your space and your command, your cursor turns into a magnifying glass. Okay, now that's going to it's going to help you zoom in and zoom out. Now, when I refer to a selection rectangle, what I'm talking about is grabbing your black selection arrow and doing a rectangle around the things that you want to select. A lot of times we want to do stuff like this or command, things like this, and select them. But by creating a selection rectangle, you drag it. It doesn't matter how far away. As long as your rectangle contains the things that you want to select, this is just fine, just like that. Okay, and that's a selection rectangle. Okay, by holding my space and my command, I can draw with this magnifying glass a selection rectangle around the portion I want to zoom into, and it will zoom right in when I release the mouse. Now, also, just for your edification, as you hit the space and command, it turns into a magnifying glass. If you hold your space command option, it turns into a demagnifying glass, whatever that is, and by clicking you can zoom out. Okay, additionally, as you draw a selection rectangle around the portion that you want to zoom in, just by holding your space bar, it turns into a hand where you can drag your screen around. So that's kind of a good way to navigate around your site. Space command will zoom into any portion that you draw a selection rectangle around. By holding space command and option, you can zoom out just by clicking, and by holding space you can drag your items around. Okay, so let's zoom out, and this is the first exercise. You'll notice that each one of these squares is separate. You can move them independently of each other. Now, most times that's a good thing, but if you want to move them all together with your black selection arrow, do a selection rectangle and hold your command and pop the G key, because then what you've basically done there is you've grouped all the things that were in your selection rectangle to be able to be moved together. By drawing that selection rectangle and holding your command shift and hitting the G, you ungroup them, and then you can move them independently. You could also select by holding your shift several of these, holding the command and G, you'll group only the ones that were selected. Okay, by holding your command shift and popping G, you ungroup them and they can be moved independently once again.